Evil Empire, laughing all the way to the...
JUJUTSU Kaisen's Culling game is finally here, and y'all boys, I'm beyond excited for the peak we're about to witness. And I'ma just let y'all know now, just like a pot on the stove, these boys at JJK started off hot. And A, if they keep up this level of quality, JJK is finna enter its second prime and go on a generational run. But A, that's enough yapping. I don't even want to waste no more time, so let's get into it.
I got royalty inside my DNA. I got royalty.
Alright, so the season kicks off with our boy, Yuji Itadori, ominously running freezing cold water to wash away the sins of his hands that are now blood-stained red. And this intro is eerily creepy. Like, we don't get no dialogue, no background music, nothing. Nothing but the sound of running water in this now empty and semi-destroyed apartment, with the corpse of this dead curse filling the background. And the stylistic choice JJK made to pull the camera in and out of focus just added a whole nother level of uneasiness to the scene. Then we immediately cut over to Yuji, who's posted up in his skyscraper straight out of Transformers 3, and he's just listening for something. Just for us to pan over and see Rick Ross in cursed spirit form, reaching out at him like it's snack time. Oh, big back ass. And Yuji's on go. Jumped out the window like that one Young Thug song and started getting active. Cause if y'all don't remember, last season Shibuya got nuked and is now ground zero. Cause this man Kenjaku literally turned that hoe into a level 900 COD Zombies map by stealing Gato's whole flow and recreating the night parade of 1,000 demons on steroids, releasing over a whopping 10 million cursed spirits into Tokyo at the end of the Shibuya incident. So Yuji off-screens all these suction cup bug-like cursed spirits, and we cut to a wide shot to see that someone is lurking in the shadows from a distance, stalking their prey. But Yuji's in the city getting busy, hopping off the side of this building before catapulting himself into another from this tightrope like a flying Grayson, and grabs a quick snack before getting attacked by more level 2 NPCs. But Yuji said, nah, that's baby food, twin. Run your life, and said, I'm expressionless. John Cena wouldn't know the emotions I wrestle with. Like, bro actively looks like he's trying to win a nonchalant off with SGA or something. So mans jumps out the window and immediately gets his body snatched by this Alaskan bullworm with wings, and instantly gets taken on a ride going until he gets tossed through this high-rise like an invincible character before he goes barreling outside, just to look up and see that he's getting pressed like a burger by that same cursed spirit. But all of a sudden, and Yuji's just like, wait, I didn't do that. So the Alaskan bullworm comes tumbling down like Humpty Dumpty, heads up in the top of this building, creating a massive shockwave in the process. A shockwave so big, you'd have thought Dave Blunt just got up and started taking steps. And the smoke clears as we pan inside this building to see Yuji on his back, full on palming this Demon Slayer katana. That's literally a millimeter from penetrating his cranium, blood dripping and all. And that katana belongs to no one else other than the special grade sorcerer and Yuji's appointed executioner, Yuta Okotsu. Hey, I'm crying. Bro was trying to waste no time and make it as quick as possible. Like, no introduction, no explaining who I am or my purpose, just lights, camera, action. Ooh, bitch, I caught you lacking. Cause y'all gotta remember, at this point, we might as well call Yuji the quicker picker-upper, cause it's a bounty on his head. So after this, we immediately get taken to earlier in that same day to see all of the events that led up to this moment. And this is where we get introduced to the biggest, the largest scumbag in the entire series, special first grade sorcerer, Naoya Zenin. And yeah, this might be a record or something, cause it took bro all of 10 seconds of screen time for me to know I don't like you. So this lady's getting Naoya caught up on what happened to their clan members during the Shibuya incident, and Naoya was just like, so Mai's dead? What'd they do? You should be worried about the head of the clan. Besides, the one who's in critical condition is Maki. So this man Naoya goes on to say, oh, for real? Good. That four-eyed freak Maki's a real beauty, but it's a shame she's trash because she doesn't know how to properly support a man. After all, any woman who can't walk humbly 3 steps behind her man deserves to be stabbed in the back and killed on the spot.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, nah. And if you think this is bad, bro, it gets even worse. Like, we gonna have to put this man Naoya on EDP watch, cause he continues saying, Mai is the good twin. Because yeah, her and Maki may have the same nice rack and pretty face, but at least Mai understands her place as a woman. Again, man, what? Grown man talking about high school girls like this. That's crazy. Naoya is really the white women deserve less meme personified, the misogyny final boss. And I'm already knowing, if Naoya and Andrew Tate teamed up on a two-man, if they be in that bitch putting up Prime Shaq and Kobe, or 2016 NBA Finals Bron and Kyrie type of misogyny numbers. And another thing I want to point out real quick, age thing aside, and yes, I know that sounds crazy to say, but putting the fact that the twins are minors aside, Maki and Mai are Naoya's literal cousins.
Oh, hell no.
What in the cousin fucking Sweet Home Alabama misogyny infested shit show is this clan, bro? And oh, cherry on top, the lady walking behind Naoya right now is Maki and Mai's mother. Yeah, throw the whole clan away, bro. But anyways, the reason we're here with Naoya right now is because him and his two brothers have been summoned for this meeting. And just look at this capital C for cornball Naoya, bro. Bro pulled up like,
what's poppin', twin?
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
Mans really thought arriving fashionably late to the function would give him extra aura points. Like, what a nerd. Like, bro, you're not me. Relax. Cause whenever I pull up to the function, it be like these. So as Naoya's walking in, he just gets to frying his older brothers, saying they could never be head of the clan because they're unks, saying that they're chopped, smell bad, got no motion, look like some broke niggas with no hoes, etc, etc. And this got them boys hot, cause Junichi immediately upped pole on Naoya, and Oki just punched a hole in the wall, cause he wanted to crash out like a little Fortnite Timmy when you tell them they gotta go take a shower and get off the game early so they can go to school in the morning. Like, Unk, you're 36, relax. But none of this bothered Naoya in the slightest. Bro was unfazed like a little Uzi song and said, quit all that barking. Y'all got y'all curse techniques for the fashion, fuck niggas. Y'all ain't gon' blow. But anyways, back to the task at hand. The reason the three brothers are gathered there is to hear the succession plan of the Zenin clan. Now that old man Naobito's been turned into a life support merchant and is barely clinging on to life at this point, just sitting on his deathbed at 1 HP. Cause if y'all don't remember, during the Shibuya incident, Unk got filleted and had his whole arm cracked off like a king crab lobster by the gun in his domain.
Tell him to bring out the lobster.
Then, as soon as he got out, he got turned into a burnt Arby's steak nugget by Jogo. So yeah, go ahead and throw some on the grill for the occasion. Cause this pack watch, rested in piss, Big Naobito K, R.I.P. Bozo, I hate you nigga, let's die. But anyways, this cutie patootie munchkin of an old man, the same height as Kaisen Nat walks into the room, because he's been assigned to read Naobito's will, starting off by saying that he's just died. And to sum up the will, it basically just says that Naoya will be named the 27th head of the Zenin clan, inheriting all the assets and cursed tools stored at Jujutsu High and in the Forbidden Vaults. And the other two brothers basically came out of this with nothing, cause the only thing they get is to keep their current assets. Bro, this man Naobito ain't even try to hide the fact that he has a favorite child. And the crazy thing is, it's the worst one. But there's a hilarious little caveat written in the fine print of Naobito's will. And it said that in the event of Satoru Gojo's death, or if he became incapacitated for any reason, then the deal that Naobito struck with Toji way back when is green.
Green fuck, nigga.
And Megumi, yes, Megumi, will be named the 27th head of the Zenin clan after he passes, securing the 10 Shadows technique for the future of the family. And Naoya is in shock. Cause nah, imagine out of all people, you get your chain snatched by Megumi, Mr. At the slightest inconvenience, with this treasure I summoned my Haraga, Fushikura. Potential man. Chat, take away another 5,000 aura points, cause ain't no way, bruh. And after hearing the news, Naoya immediately decides to go spin on bro. And Lil Durk, I'm begging you to please pay attention here. Cause yeah, Naoya may be a scumbag, but at least he knows how to slide. So Naoya ends up getting some more info out of Girly and decides to use Yuji's execution as an excuse to draw Megumi out of hiding. But Naoya might be overestimating Megumi just a little bit. Cause if this was me and I heard a demon was on his way to slime out one of my strongest boys and he ends up doing it successfully, I promise you, you ain't gonna be catching me up in pole nowhere near you, twin. Like gang, I genuinely only have my strap for the fashion. And this is by all means an accessory to look tough and take IG flicks. I am not about that life. Cause the only time you gonna catch catch me shooting is on Call of Duty. But anyways, as Naoya's getting his shoes tied for him like a first grader, he's just sitting there pouting like, no, I won't accept it. I'm the head of the Zenin clan.
Look at this dude.
I'm crying. Bro really thinks he's the group leader. And let me just give you a little bit of advice, twin. 10 times out of 10, if you gotta say it out loud, I hate to break it to you, but you are not him. So we cut over to Yuji, and bro is sitting down on the steps straight aura farm. But it's a sad aura farm, cause bro is clinically depressed and feels mad guilt for what Sukuna did with his body in Shibuya. Not to mention all the other trauma he had to go through as well with Nobara and Nanami. And his feelings right now are 100% valid. Cause real quick, let's play the imagination game. Cause peep this, right? Just imagine if the lifeless demon of degeneracy, Bonnie Blue, took over your body. And the whole time, you're blacked out, so you don't know what's going on. Just to wake up to memories of you catching more than 1,000 bodies in one night. Like, oh, nah. Coach, sub me out the game. No cap, I don't endorse it, but this low-key might be a valid reason to 200 pump yourself back to the lobby.
You need to leave!
So Choso and Yuji get to chopping it up, and Yuji says that he can't stay with the others anymore because he knows Sukuna is plotting something that uses Megami, and he doesn't want to put him or anyone else in danger. But he also can't leave Tokyo looking more hectic than an NBA Youngboy concert, so his only plan of action right now is to reduce the number of cursed spirits in the area. So Yuji and Choso get to work. Yuji types 3 times, begging these cursed spirits to come to him on the bridge, and just gets to doing the dash like an Olympic track star. And as this tromper is trying to turn Yuji into an early morning snack, it gets shoulder checked by another curse who jumps in the air, then instantly comes flying down with a high heavy like he was playing whack-a-mole, shattering the bridge, making the entire front half go vertical, and Yuji's defying all the laws of physics right here, running up this 90-degree angle with ease, leaping off the top just to get FNAF jump scared by this flying squirrel type of curse. But man's just got to doing tricks midair like Suni Lee, barrel rolling into this flying drop kick, and one taps the curse, turning that motherfucker into a mix of fireworks and birthday confetti. But hey, y'all already know what they say. It's no rest for the wicked, cause before he can even touch the ground, Thomas the Tank Engine off Perks comes out of nowhere, scooping up Yuji, trying to take mans to a different area code. But Yuji said,
Headshot 223.
decimating it in one punch like Saitama, and then snatches the tooth out of bro's mouth to stop himself mid-fall. And once Yuji gets posted up here, he thinks he's green, but nah, another challenger's appeared.
Hi, how are you?
But nah, dummy, and just skated on that boy while holding the pose for the superhero landing. And Yuji ends up on the freeway and turns on the jets, doing the dash on all these cursed spirits, cause they're chasing him down non-stop, just like how the shorties be chasing me down after I get a fresh cut.
Why the fuck you lying?
But anyways, as soon as Yuji got to a certain point in the tunnel, he got to playing Black Ops 7 and carved in Choso like a score streak. And hey, I'ma tell y'all right now, that man Choso is a walking sniper's nest, cause
I've got you in my sights.
wiping out all these boys with deadly accuracy. And Yuji goes speed blitzing past Choso, and he just said, Yuji.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
And I'm not even gonna hold y'all. A little glaze is necessary, cause oh my god, these boys are tough.
Oh my god, bro, is dick riding all you do?
No, I'm
Like,
saying
you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see it.
Like, not only is Choso cool ass just nonchalantly aura farming with certain death right behind him, but bro had so much faith that Yuji would handle his light work with ease. Cause man said, fuck turning around, and let me go ahead and get a new flick for IG. In the same way I'm glazing Choso right now, he's doing the same to Yuji. But as these two are talking, Captain Cornball, Naoya appears, flash stepping in the background, trying his hardest to look tough and aura farm.
I wish I could save you.
Oh, don't tell me. Megami's not here yet? Am I the first to arrive? He's way too slow. Huh? Who's this guy? And did he just mention Fushiguro? And Naoya goes on to ask why Yuji is in hiding since Gojo's protection is gone now since he's sealed, and that Yuji's death sentence has been reinstated. Anyways, my business is with Megami. To be blunt, I couldn't give a piss if you live or die. But then again, I don't want you running around freely either, so I'll just break both of your legs for now. What do you want with Megami? Nothing much. I just need him to do a little favor for me and die. And the little birdie told me he's been searching for you. So, here I am. What? less than a nanosecond, Naoya flash steps from the top of the bridge and appears right next to Yuji, whopping bro with the mean backhand fist that got Yuji hitting pirouettes like a ballerina. Then dodges Yuji's counter kick and sweeps Lotus and bro tumbling on the concrete. And Choso goes rushing in, but Naoya just said, "I heard you like taking IG flicks." Jeez, pose for the camera, dumbass.
Let me see my stupid ass down.
Got my mans out there looking goofy like it's school picture day. And Choso turns around just to get hit with the Oreo McFlurry of light attacks from Naoya. Like Mans is filling up his Batman Arkham combo counter with ease. Then Naoya stomps on Choso's Louis V steppers, and then he starts aura farming his combo, slicking his hair back like he's an Instagram baddie or something. And them 52 shots to Choso's dome left him weak like a calendar. And I'ma just let that last line breathe, cause it might take y'all a second to get it. But Choso's finally able to find his footing, catching Naoya's fist with the left before countering with the straight right. But Naoya said,
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
perfect parry. We then sends a whole UFC roundhouse kick to the back of Choso's skull, so he's stun locked. But hey, don't forget about Yuji, cause man picked up a whole rock and threw an absolute missile like Josh Allen. And all I wanna say is, now you better be thanking the heavens for his curse technique. Cause if not, bro would've immediately became neighbors with King Von. Man's head would've exploded like a watermelon. So as Naoya disengages, we look over to Choso to see that besides some minor scratches, he's
Still good.
and hold on. Now you must have laboo-boos for fists or something. Cause right now, this nigga's punches are hitting as hard as Ian's XXL freshman freestyle. All that effort trying his hardest to clip farm, but ain't drained a single ounce of Choso's HP. And mind you, just to prove my point, Choso only took 3 or 4 hits from Yuji in they fight and thought he was gonna die, by the way. And at this point, Yuji and Choso realize that Naoya's fast, but something's off. And they already knowing that it probably has something to do with his technique. But before these boys could start round 2, a terrifyingly ominous and bloodlusting aura nukes the entire block, freezing all 3 of these boys in place, sending chills down their spines. Cause all of a sudden, the stadium pulse in the area is completely maxed out, like that bitch rocking. And Yuji was just like, Goto? No. It's even creepier. And the camera slowly pans up to reveal the special grade, big drop, D-block stepper,
Type shit.
and Yuji Itadori's appointed executioner, Yuta Okotsu, who just says, "You're not alone." But hold on, before we even go any further, we cannot skip over this scene without talking about the pose these Mappa animators got my boy Yuta hitting. It's no way they got my goat pulling up with this zesty ass pose, bruh. Got bro posing like a stand user straight out of JoJo's. And I'm not even a manga reader, but for this, I had to pull up the panel just to find out that this pose is an anime original. Like, bro does not have one song where he needs to be doing all this, dog. Pulled up like, oop, not you clocking my tea and getting here first. Yes, bitch, you're serving. It's no way you beat me to this scene. Okay then, King Slay. There's no way I just said those words into the mic, bro. Dog, I'm sitting here genuinely crying, cause they got this nigga looking like he finna try out for the Ginyu Force. But hey, Yuta is him, and he can hoop. So just like Karl Anthony Towns or Jared McCain, bro gets a pass. But anyways, back to the scene. Yuta jumps down, making sure that the tax dollars of Japanese citizens are gonna be putting in OT, destroying this whole portion of the highway for no reason, saying, "Who are each of you to Itadori?" And seeing how powerful Yuta is, now you drop that dickhead persona real quick. Was like, hey, I'm not even trying to box, big bro. Like, I'm actually on your side, big bro. You're Yuta Okotsu, right? Well, I'm Naoya Zenin, Maki-chan's cousin.
Are you serious, my brother?
Bro, do I even gotta rewind to how he was talking about her at the start of the episode? And what gets me is, niggas trying to get all cutesy throwing a little chan at the end of her name. Like, get a load of this guy. And if I'm keeping it a buck, now you better be glad that Yuta ain't slice him in half where he stood. Cause Maki already got Yuta hip way back in the JJK Zero movie. That is the big Zenin K, and it's up for all them trash cans in the org. Bro, on me, it would've been so tough if Yuta was just like, nah. It's a big Zenin K, fuck nigga. You the opposition, so you lucky I don't put this sword between your 2 dots like I'm doing division. Chat, I don't know, I might be in my flow state, cause the bars is coming out of nowhere. But anyways, as Yuta and Naoya are having their initial convo, Choso tells Yuji, little brother, on my signal, we finna do the dash on these goofy ass niggas, you feel me? That black-haired one is a Kotsu, a special grade like Gojo. If you fight him, you die. I'll stall for you, so I'ma need you to get Boogie and just meet me back at the spot we was at last night, bet? But as Choso was planning, Yuta ended up agreeing with Naoya's request to run the ISO with Choso while he takes on Yuji. And just like that, it's up. Yuji darts out of the spot, and Choso blasts piercing blood at Yuta, but Naoya used his technique to throw Choso's attack off course. So both these boys are in an all-out sprint on the highway, and Yuji can't believe Yuta's speed, especially since he has a weapon in his hands. And with both ISOs set, we're finally back to the point we were at the start of the episode. So Yuji maneuvers with this double leg kick, hit behind Yuta, who immediately slashed back at him, and Yuji was a mere millimeters from having the third prominent scar on his face, landed in the 4th row. And Yuta notes that Yuji's just like Maki in terms of physical prowess, before speed blitzing Yuji with this onslaught of slashes. But Yuji's got ultra instinct, effortlessly weaving each and every blow, landing on the top of Yuta's sword, and then hits a mean backflip like Duke Dennis. But Yuta said, any trick you can do, I can do better, gang. Using his cursed energy to blast at Yuji, just trucking this man like prime Derrick Henry, destroying the building and forcing Yuji into a whole stage transition, tumbling on the concrete.
Surprised, huh? I don't really seem like the power type, do I?
Then Yuta starts flexing, showing he has a big extra plug-sized reserve of cursed energy, even more than... And yeah, this is when I realized that Gege might be a little Gege for Gojo, you feel me? Because the limitless amount of glaze this man receives is unfathomable. Like, this man is fully sealed right now. Ain't even graced our screens this season yet. But even in situations that have absolutely nothing to do with him, his name will still be brought up. Why? Because he's... But back to the fight, Yuji realizes that he and Yuta are complete opposites. Yuji has a ton of natural power, but little cursed energy, while Yuta is naturally weak when it comes to power, but has a ton of cursed energy to make up for it.
Although I have more cursed energy than him, Gojo-sensei has the 6 eyes, making him the pinnacle of efficiency, so he can never run out of cursed energy. I, on the other hand, can run out of cursed energy. But let me ask you this, Yuji Itadori. Do you really think you can survive that long?
So these boys start going at it again. In mid-fight, Yuji remembers something that Toto told him. It's the fact that the better a sorcerer is, the harder it is to read their flow of cursed energy. Meaning you won't be able to predict how they'll attack until the very last second. And this is a problem, especially since he's dealing with Yuta. My cursed energy is deeper than the Pacific Ocean, Okotsu, because his cursed energy is constantly rising from both his body and his sword. So not only are all of his attacks unpredictable, but this man Yuta can essentially pop his ult, throwing out a lethal blow whenever he wants with no drawbacks. And oh, did I forget to mention that his cursed energy also gives him a plus 99 boost to both his defense and damage resistance?
Right hand on the Bible, God can strike me down if I'm lying. That motherfucker's cheating!
So yeah, this nigga's a cheat code. Yuta could legit get hit by a bus, and it would only feel like somebody threw a pillow at him. But anyways, Yuji remembers Nanami's words and knows he can't afford to die here, so he locks in, dashing backwards, then jumps through the window of the car to up this mouse Cthulhu from the whip. Then Yuji remembers something that... Like bro, I tried to tell y'all. I'm not lying. Get back to the video, bro. Then Yuji remembers something that Goto taught him in the past, saying that some fighters become too dependent on their cursed tools and end up neglecting cursed energy manipulation. So if you can destroy their cursed tool, you'll put yourself in a major advantage. So Yuji imbued this mini dagger with cursed energy, barely managing to block Yuta's high heavy slash. But Yuta was just like,
You're focusing too heavily on the blade.
And immediately hits Yuji with the plan B for niggas who can't afford plan B. But Yuji recovers from being stun locked and goes to swing again. But this time, his knife shatters and he gets sliced open like a Thanksgiving turkey. But he did manage to break Yuji's sword in the process though. And we all know running hands is Yuji's specialty. So he speed blitzes Yuta, dashing at him like a madman. But Dog must have heard how Yuji did Mahito in Shibuya, cause he was not trying to become another victim of Mr. Left Right Goodnight. So this man Yuta just says, Rika, save me! And like a city girl, Rika said, act up and you can get snatched up, giving Yuji the meanest bear hug from behind, and he can't move a muscle. And as Yuta's slowly walking towards him, he says,
hold him still for me, Rika. This won't take long. I'm sorry. Itadori.
Ending the life of our main protagonist.
evil empire, laughing all the way to the
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. That's all I gotta say, cause y'all already know how gas this show is. So sit back, lock in, and get cozy, cause I'm not wasting no time today. Alright, so the scene starts off with Megami, walking briskly and determined out of the sun-kissed hospital lobby, with nothing but the sounds of footsteps and church bells filling the background. And we pan up to see that bro's just finished talking with his older sister, Sumiki, for the first time in a little under 2 years. Cause Shorty's been in a coma, being a life support merchant since Season 1. All because she got marked by Kenjaku way back when. And off rip, JJK doesn't pull any punches and immediately reminds us that our boy Yuji got 200 bumped back to the lobby by the emo executioner himself, Yuta Akotsu. And we cut over to see Sukuna just posted up, more disappointed in Yuji than a father after finding out his Gen Z daughter got drafted first overall to the Bop House as soon as she turned 18 and started an OnlyFans. What? We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no! Like, hold on, nah. Quick tangent. Some of these shorties don't even be trying in life, dog. No school, no entrepreneurship, no trade, just straight to go and spread eagle on cam, selling clearance coochie for less than a McDonald's extra value meal. Like, ma'am, there is no way your body costs less than a Big Mac. But anyways, back to the show, we finally get to see the second ISO that was set up in episode 1. Naoya versus Choso. And Naoya, the misogynistic one-trick pony Zenin, kicks off the fight just spamming Euro flashes. Like, Man's legit evolved this move to a whole nother level. D-Wade and James Harden to be proud. Just flash stepping repeatedly to close the distance, cocking back this straight right to land this body blow on Choso that got him pinned to the wall like a boy band poster. And now you speed blitzes Choso with this crazy light attack combo that has him absolutely stun locked. Before loading up this Gomu Gomu no ab punch, pushing his hand back farther than Agent's hairline. Just chin checking Choso with this pimp slap from hell. And he tries countering with the left hook, but now you done already got the fuck out the spot, twin. Hitting the instant transmission mid-swing to disappear like LeBron's dad. Biggest fumble of all time, by the way. And now your perfect parries Choso's punch. Then just gets to putting the beats on this man like he was in FL Studio cooking up something crazy. Just having the time of his life, all while donning the devious Roblox smirk face. And as of right now, Choso can't even do nothing about it, cause he's literally getting walked down. He just has to stand there and take it like,
fuck you digging in me, you digging in me, you digging in a nigga.
And to make matters worse, now he's abusing his technique, using his projection sorcery to not only speed up the rate of his own attacks, but he's projecting on the Choso too, basically cheating by forcing him out of his own predetermined movements, which automatically applies a 1-second stun by placing him in these glass-like mirror freeze frames. And this goes on until Choso gets his back blown out. Pause. Getting boomed through one of the concrete pillars in the underground tunnel. And the longer this goes on, the more and more Choso realizes that he might actually be cooked, cause he can't even begin to figure out Naoya's technique, use any of his own blood manipulation techniques, let alone counter. But luckily for Choso, he's dealing with Naoya, Mr. Pillow Princess Hands Zenin. Cause Naoya may look like he's doing a lot, but Unk ain't even doing no real harm. He's just moving fast, doing less damage than the first Storm Circle in Fortnite. Oh, 1 tick of HP ad punches. So after putting this man through the pavement, Naoya's just looking down on Choso and says,
My, you're a persistent one, aren't you? Seriously though, what the hell even are you? An older brother to 9 younger siblings.
Damn! Hey, I'm sorry, but as soon as I heard this, I couldn't help but think one thing. On my life, Choso mama must have been a D1 goer, getting put through the mattress religiously, cause dog, 10 kids? We ain't seen no couples putting up them type of numbers since the 1900s. Every time a baby popped out, she must have been on her Vince Carter like, nah, I got one more in me. But anyways, to counter, Choso says,
Floating red scale, stack.
All while Naoya's warming up, bouncing on his feet like a boxer. Like, who does Blood think he is? Goku? But 1 second, Naoya's there, posted up. And the next, it's dead calm in the tunnel, so we see and hear nothing but quick flashes of Naoya dashing through the shadows. And Choso's just standing on business, not moving the muscle during all of this until swinging at nothing but Shaq at the free throw, straight air. But nah, Choso knows something that we don't, cause we got to this close-up shot showing Naoya's appeared, and he barely managed to evade Choso's straight right, ducking under and hitting him with another negative 1 HP punch, and notes that Choso is starting to match his speed, cause he's elevated from his typical Ultra Instinct to Mastered Ultra Instinct, all thanks to focusing flowing red scale in his eyes just now. Cause with this technique, Choso's able to drastically boost his base physical stats, basically giving him an observation hockey and Mangekyo Sharingan combo, so he can see damn near everything. Kinetic vision is on a godly level. Now your peeped and was like, oh hell nah, twin. It shows that he been posted up with them UK demons like Drewski, and immediately ups the dagger he had concealed, shanking Choso in the gut.
Oi, bruv. Bit sad, isn't it? Quite a shame I had to pull out the shank on the mandem, huh? Hurts quite a bit though, doesn't it? You ugly bloke.
Ugh. The fuck are you talking in that terrible UK accent for?
Not a fan of setting the mood, I see. Regardless, my main goal of staunching your blood flow is complete. Let's see how well you can use your little stolen technique now.
So Naoya and Choso continue chopping it up, with Mr. Masashi talking about how lame and shameful it is for sorcerers to be carrying around weapons. And this is one of the reasons why he thinks his own older brothers are so pathetic in comparison to himself. And this was an instant red flag for Choso, cause if there's anything we know about bro, it's that his love for his younger siblings and being the older brother makes up 99.9% of his entire persona and purpose in life. So he ain't banging with Naoya's point of view at all. Mans instantly asked,
you hate them, don't you? Your older brothers. Of course I hate those bumbling idiots. Older brothers who are less competent than younger brothers serve no purpose. They're nothing more than worthless fodder that deserve to be hung.
And Choso tells him his way of thinking is wrong, and he might only be who he is now thanks to those older brothers. But Naoya was just like,
I'm not trying to hit it! Go like that! You stuck, man!
Completely disregarding Choso, saying all that sentimental family shit is gross. But at this point, it might as well be Sunday service in that tunnel, no lotto. Cause Choso took Naoya to church, with him being the pastor and Naoya being the congregation. Cause Choso got to preaching, just saying.
I came here to tell you that competent or not, older brothers serve a purpose to be an example to the youth. Me as an older brother, if I go down the wrong path, that just goes to show my younger brothers not to take that path. And if I go down the right path, it's even better, cause that goes to show them the path that my younger brothers need to take. Can I get an amen?
Amen!
I don't know where you got it twisted to start hating your family, but I came here today to tell you, shut up! Can I get a little help from the choir?
Shut your bitch ass up!
But anyways, Choso goes on to say,
you ask me why I'm tough. I'll tell you. I never had an example, so I've had to make many mistakes. And yet, I kept walking in front of my younger brothers. And that's why I'm strong.
So this whole little yap session Choso cooked up was all just an elaborate scheme to buy time so he can cook up this massive blood tsunami, flooding the entire tunnel like Hurricane Katrina. Cause he's trying to baptize his man Naoya in tidal waves of his herpes, gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia infested blood. Naoya sees this and immediately says, "Cowabunga, dude, surf's up, getting boogie." Swag surfing backwards using his technique getting pushed to the edge like Bird. Cause he was not trying to get burnt like a Gucci third leg victim. And some of y'all may be thinking, wait, how was Choso able to bleed that much and not die? So because he's a death painting, a mix of a cursed and human, he comes stock with the ability to convert his own cursed energy into blood. So as long as he has cursed energy to spare, he'll never die from blood loss, so he's green. And on top of playing Subway Surfer to get away from the blood tsunami, Naoya also has to worry about the endless onslaught of piercing blood shots coming from Choso. So he's weaving like a madman. Naoya does end up getting to safety though, but the moment he stops, he notices that something's off. His legs feel heavy. And that's cause Choso hardened the blood that seeped into the fabric of his socks. So now whenever he takes a step, he's gonna feel like he's Dave Blunt stomping around. And Naoya looks up to his right just to see FaZe Choso, posted up like Hakeem in the 80s, beam pointing right to his dome, ready to switch down Naoya, coldly saying,
checkmate, bitch.
With his blood raining down from every crack and crevice in the ceiling.
Checkmate? I'm not so sure about that.
So Naoya activates his projection sorcery, stealing key to his whole flow, stepping into his rhythm echo images, making a beeline straight for Choso, looking to control-delete this man from the Shibuya lobby. And as he's darting towards Choso, Naoya gets confused because, wait, why isn't he firing? Until Choso says,
Naoya, 100k per back shot. How many you taking?
Huh? The hell is he Supernova?
That fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff.
Guess we'll never know.
So yeah, Choso basically popped Human Torch out shouting Supernova! Using the same Supernova move he used on Yuji back in season 2. But guess what? It's season 3 and that method still ain't patched. So bro just said, take these back shots like a good boy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And now Naoya's on the floor and bro is sitting on all fours like Bro, it's only been 2 episodes and Naoya's already lost an immeasurable amount of aura. And just as Choso's about to finish off Naoya, he stops because he hears something ominous sloshing around in the blood behind him.
Damn, he really about to rock my shit.
Oh fuck, I overdid it. I only meant to knock him out, not give him Cam Scatterbo CTE. Well, look what we have here.
Don't look down on me, you bug-eyed freak.
So Naoya instantly feels the effects of Choso's blood since it got in his system. Cause if y'all don't remember from the Kenjaku vid, Choso's blood is legit laced with more STDs than the OnlyFans style. So any type of contact with it is lethal. And as Naoya's on the ground puking out his small intestine, Yuta just says,
ooh, that looks pretty painful, Naoya. I mean, I could heal you with my reverse curse technique, but I'll need a little favor from you in return. Report the death of Yuji Itadori to the higher-ups for me like a good boy, okay?
Fine. So after this, we immediately cut over to a memory of Yuji's looking through his eyes as a baby, and his dad and grandpa are having a conversation.
Sonny boy, you know you're free to live however you please, but you gotta listen to me. You've gotta stop cracking fine shit. I don't care if her shit goes.
She bounce on the dick toes curl.
Damn it, she has more cake than Char lips. She's a demon.
But Yuji's dad wasn't trying to hear none of that at all. He's getting buns, so all logic is going out the window. Bro's really out here moving like that one homeboy you have as soon as he gets a girl. But anyways, we finally get our first look at Yuji's mom, and well, I'll be. Butter me up and call me a biscuit, cause those scars look awfully familiar. I wonder, who could this possibly remind me of?
Leave me alone!
Akira!
Kenjaku!
Oh, you like dick? Oh, hell no. You one of them, bitch!
Wait, do y'all know what I just realized? So we know that Kenjaku was an active body swapper, right? So before he took over Geito's body, that means Mans possessed this lady and was willingly taking dick from Yuji's dad like a good girl. Taking straight back shots, being a pillow princess, and bouncing on it like these.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All to create Yuji. Yeah, gang. I don't know how you defend yourself on this one. You can throw out that I only did it to create the perfect vessel for Sukuna excuse all you want, either way.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
But hey, maybe going both ways like Travis Hunter is what Kenjaku likes. If so, more power to you, gang. But anyways, we cut over to current day Yuji to see that despite getting straight belt put on him last episode by Yuta, Yuji is alive and well. Just for him to turn and see Yuta staring coldly at him dead in the face with this campfire lobbing him infinite amounts of aura. Just for him to hit a and Yuji's absolutely perplexed. In his head, he was just like,
Boy, what the fuck going on in Miami, bro?
And this has gotta be terrifying for Yuji. Cause peep this right, imagine waking up from the dead to see your killer dropping his little emotionless, nonchalant Duke Dennis persona and straight up laughing in your face like a psychopath. Man's probably thought he was finna get Tokyo Ghouled and straight up tortured non-stop like Ken Kaneki. But anyways, Yuta goes on to explain that he had to put on an act for Yuji's execution because my goat, Gojo, pulled up on him about a month before Shibuya happened, warning Yuta that he feels like something's off, and if anything were to happen to him, Gojo instructed Yuta to protect all the first and second years with a special emphasis on Yuji, and to prevent anyone else from trying to hunt down and kill Yuji. Yuta was forced to forge a pact with the higher-ups saying he'd kill Itadori, which Yuta technically did do, but as soon as he died, Yuta used reverse curse technique to instantly heal Yuji's wounds, bringing him back to life. And bro, I just want y'all to look at Yuji's face. It looks like bro actively wants to run another fade with Yuta, but knows he can't because he'd end up getting dog-walked again like he did earlier at his current power level. So these two continue having a yap sesh while Yuji is still going on about how sad he is about what he technically did in Shibuya. Megami pulls up to the scene too, adamantly asking for Yuji's help because he needs his strength to save his older sister. But Yuji was just like, I can't, I'm a killer. So many people died because of me. But Megami was just like,
nah, Not just you. It's because of us.
And hold on, I know this may seem like common sense, but for some reason, I'm just now putting 2 and 2 together. Cause Potential Man is directly responsible for 50% of those bodies caught in Shibuya. All because he was on that, hey, if I'm dying, we dying type of timing with Goldilocks and unleash my Haraka on his ass. Nah, this is actually hilarious, I can't lie. But as the convo continues, Megami explains that Kenjaku, aka Naruto Shikamo, has set up an unprecedented act of jujutsu terrorism, the ultimate Fortnite Battle Royale type of deathmatch for curse users, the Culling game, and reinforces that he's gonna need Yuji if he's gonna save his older sister who's been drawn into this game against her will. So Yuji agrees, but before he fully commits, he tells Yuta that he doesn't want to be a murderer anymore. So if Sukuna takes over his body again, bro better not hesitate to send that boy to the front row of a Pop Smoke concert. Then we get flashbanged with all this on-screen text information about the rules of the Culling game. And if you ain't got flowing red scale like Choso or a Mangekyo Sharingan to read all that shit at light speed, there's no way in hell you'd be able to read all this info. But luckily for us, the wonderful producers at JJK made an entire episode breaking down everything step by step. And yes, I know, JJK fans can't read. But luckily for y'all, if you fall under that category, your favorite YouTuber, aka me, can read. So trust, I got you. Cause even though this About the Culling Games episode was rated poorly, I personally feel like the presentation, the visuals, and how they broke it down to us was fire. Cause hey, like it or not, all of this info was more than necessary. Cause ain't no way we was finna let JJK turn into God of High School. Cause that show was legit all hands, no plot. Like bro, y'all boys, just to prove my point, I can't even remember the main character's name. Like, who is this nigga, bro? But alright, in order to get more info about the Culling game and know how to release Gojo from the prison realm, Yuji, Yuta, Choso, and Megami head out to Jujutsu High to link with Yuki, Sakumo, and Maki so they can all contact Tengen in the Tombs of the Star. But the main issue was finding Tengen, cause if y'all don't remember, Mance is constantly hiding behind 1,000 different doors using his barriers technique to stay concealed. But thanks to his innate cursed ability, Choso's able to find out which door Tengen's hiding behind with ease, since his brothers, the other death painting wombs, were stored in a special warehouse within Tengen's burial. So everyone gets off the elevator, and as they're walking out, Yuji just says,
huh? Bloodstains? I wonder what happened here.
Let me sit my stupid ass down.
If only you knew, Yuji. If only you knew. And yes, I know this was actually the maid's blood and not Amanai's, but she got off screen, so whoop they do. But anyways, these 6 arrive in the main hall, and it's nothing but an empty, all-white sensory deprivation room. A room that was so empty, they must have thought they accidentally walked into a movie theater that was playing Tron Ares. So as everyone turns around to leave, Tengen finally decides to reveal himself. Just aura farming the entrance like Piccolo or Sung Jin Woo. Like, who does bro think he is? Hey, all this tells me is that the aura farming epidemic ain't leaving us no time soon. So they get to chopping it up, and off rip, Tengen lets the gang know the main goal of Kenjaku's plan with the Culling game, and that's the forced evolution of mankind by merging them with Tengen. A feat that'd normally be impossible, but since the Star Plasma vessel got blicked 12 years ago, Tengen has evolved further than he usually would. So now he can merge with any old regular human. But before divulging any more info, Tengen imposed one condition, and it's that between Yuki, Choso, and Yuta, 2 out of those 3 gotta stay and act as his personal bodyguards, protecting him from Kenjaku, who's all but guaranteed to be spinning the block sooner or later. Cause Tengen knows he's a key piece in Kenjaku's master plan. And again, normally, none of this would be a problem for Tengen to deal with since he'd be able to reject the assimilation. But since he's evolved, Tengen is now more cursed spirit than human, meaning he's able to be absorbed by Kenjaku, who possesses cursed spirit manipulation. So the second they linked up, Tengen will be cooked. Tengen, the Star Plasma Vessel, and the Six Eyes all play a huge role here because they're all connected by fate. And in the past, Kenjaku got belted twice by Six Eyes users. And even went as far as killing a Six Eyes user and a Star Plasma Vessel less than a month after their births, all in pursuit of his plan. But even that ain't work. So instead of killing them, Kenjaku focuses attention on sealing them away since there can't be 2 Six Eyes users at once. And word to Playboy Cardi, this is where a whole lot of convenience kicked in for Kenjaku. Cause 12 years ago, Toji Fushiguro defied fate, killing the Star Plasma vessel, along with the fact that a few short years later, Suguru Geto went QQ for Cocoa Puff and got packed up, allowing for Kenjaku to possess his dead body, gaining curse manipulation in the process. So basically, just by spectating, this man Kenjaku was able to get 2 out of the 3 main pieces he needed for his master plan for the Freeski. And all that was left for him to do was obtain the prison realm and seal my goat with the 6 eyes and limitless Gojo. And at this point, we all know how that went down. Merging humanity with Tengen will take a huge amount of cursed energy though, so one of the main purposes of the Culling game is using it as a means to produce that cursed energy. But alright, now for the Culling game. One of the first things to note is that Kenjaku had to make several packs to even get this off the ground in the first place. And one of those packs was that Kenjaku himself can't be the game master. And this is a major disadvantage for the game, because it means that killing Kenjaku won't end the Culling game. The only way for it to end is to have all the players participate and die, or for all the players to refuse to participate and die. So yeah, either way, it's GG's. So in order to create a way out of the game for players, the gang realizes they're gonna have to participate and collect 100 points so they'll be eligible to add a new rule. And they also trying to free that man Goto off the pin, who would probably be able to low diff this whole game in its entirety because, you know, it's... And Tengen ends up revealing that he does have a way to get Gojo out, showcasing the back of the prison realm. But the only way they'll be able to open the back of the prison realm without the front, which is in Kenjaku's possession, is with a cursed tool or ability that negates cursed techniques. And the only 2 cursed tools that can do that are the Inverted Spear of Heaven and Black Rope. But the only issue is, both of them motherfuckers got boomed to the Shadow Realm by Gojo, cause those things are legit his kryptonite. Like, I kid you not, this man Gojo legit had World War II level battlefield PTSD from Toji using the Inverted Spear of Heaven on him way back in high school. So that shit got nuked. And because of that same PTSD, when Miguel pulled up to the night parade of 1,000 demons with the black rope that can essentially do the exact same thing, Gojo Control-O-deleted that shit from existence, while simultaneously giving Miguel a beating that was so bad, it could damn near be classified as a hate crime.
I beg your pardon?
So the gang's only option to open the back of the prison realm is to find this newly awakened Culling game player named Angel, whose curse technique has the ability to extinguish any other curse technique. Alright, bet. So now with the meat and potatoes out the way, it's time we go over the rules of the Culling game real quick. And there's no way I can have the TikTok ADHD attention span demons leaving. So just like I did in the Carnage Deku video, I got y'all with the Minecraft parkour and GTA 5 Mega Ramp gameplay on the side while I explain. Alright, so rule 1 says that after a player's awakened their curse technique, they've got to declare participation in the colony within 19 days. And if they don't do this, they'll be stripped of their curse technique. And at first, I'm just sitting there thinking like, wow. But we learned that getting stripped of your curse technique is basically a one-way ticket to the gulag, so yeah. Follow rule number 1. Rule number 3 says if you enter any of the colonies, you're a player, declared or not, and you can earn points in the game by ending the lives of other players. Sorcerers and other curse users are 5 points, while non-sorcerers are 1 point. Rule 6 says that once a player earns 100 points, they can spend those points to add another rule to the game, and that rule has to be accepted by the game master as long as it doesn't impact the continuation of or have a long-lasting impact on the game. And rule 8 says that if a player decides to sit out just like Brandon Ayuk and doesn't earn at least 1 point every 19 days, they'll be killed via curse technique removal. So with that out the way, everybody in the group has their assignments. Choso and Yuki are on Tengen bodyguard duty. Yuta is headed far away to the Sendai colony to avoid clashing with the others and to get more info. Yuji and Megami are headed off to draft Takari first overall to team save Gojo. And finally, the girl, Maki Zenin, is headed to retrieve powerful cursed tools from the Zenin Forbidden Vaults. And if you know, you know. Cause now, we're all set for the events that lead into what I'm calling the Maki Massacre. And y'all boys, trust me, I'm gonna be working OT to get that vid out. Cause it's absolute cinema.
Really not about that life. You just act like it to pump the crap. Said, first time I shot a gun, I closed my eyes and hit something. Fucking clown. First nigga shot closed his eyes and hit something. The fucking ground.
Evil Empire, laughing all the way to the...
Yeah, y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. And unless you've been living under a rock, you know exactly what we covering today. The Maki Massacre, aka Operation Kill Zenin, paying direct homage to Kill Bill. And y'all boys, this was one of my favorite recent videos to make. So y'all already know, I had to go crazy as usual and do my due diligence for one of the GOATs of JJK, who I'ma let y'all know now will be getting a ridiculous amount of glaze. Ain't no shame. So let me not even waste no more time. Make sure y'all sub up to the second channel and follow the Twitch. Alright, so we start off with Maki, calmly pulling up to the front gate of the Zenin clan estate, nonchalantly toting the pole, cause just like her Nintendo broke, she done got a new Switch. And Maki walks inside just to be greeted by the Japanese Andrew Tate himself, Naoya, Mr. 24 burgers and fries per second Zenin, who immediately makes comments on her new appearance. Damn, bitch, you chopped. Looks like Shibuya didn't treat you or the old geezer too well, huh? Cause what an ugly face you have now. Ugh. If you was on Pop the Balloon, on me, I'd burst my shit before they even got a chance to put helium in it. Congrats, Naoya. So you actually can tell women apart by their faces. I thought you only saw their asses. How sad. Tell me, how on earth do you expect a man to love you now that you look like a burnt Tony the Tiger? I would say you have a face only a mother could love, but joke's on you. Even your own mom doesn't love you. So Maki starts heading down to the Zenin's Forbidden Vault, where she gets greeted by her mother in this cold, dark, empty hallway. And she's just urging her to come back and not go in. But Maki was just like, shut that weak shit up. Saying that the new head of the clan, Megami, said that she could go in and flexes the Forbidden Vault key that she obtained from him. And Maki continues heading down the hallway, ignoring her mother's pleas. So Shorty just straight up resorted to rage bait and saying, Why must you always be like this? Just this once. It's all I ask. For one time in my life, make me happy that I actually gave birth to you, Maki. Huh? Yeah, nah, gang. This ain't even rage bait. This is just 100% unadulterated hatred. Cause telling this to your own daughter is diabolical. But anyways, Maki continues down the corridor until she reaches and opens this enormous door, riddled with cursed seals, just to walk in and see a completely empty vault with somebody already there waiting for her. Her father, Ogi Zenin. Then we got to sometime in the past, shortly after the reading of Naobito's will, just to see Junichi and Naoya chopping it up, discussing the clause in the will that made Megami the Zenin clan's new head. And we come to find out that these evil motherfuckers right here, solely because they don't want to lose the clan of Megami, are plotting to kill him, Maki, and Mai all in one foul swoop, using a notice from Jujutsu headquarters at the end of season 2 to their advantage, saying that they murked all three of them because they were criminals trying to free Gojo from the prison rail, securing Naoya's position as clan head, despite even Junichi admitting he doesn't want bro to be in charge. What? That's crazy backwards logic, right? Ooh-wee, look at what political power make a bitch do. Oh, and did I forget to mention who was the mastermind who cooked up this entire plan from the beginning?
Oh my goodness!
You need to leave.
Yeah, this black-eyed, jagged hairline, crusty ass unk plotted to have his own daughters killed.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, nah, I've seen enough.
Nuke the whole generation.
So we come back to the present and find out that Unk is already lured in and slimed out Mai, leaving her bleeding out on the ground on 1 HP. Maki sees this and is in utter shock, but wastes no time unsheathing the special grade cursed tool, Dragon Bone, that she upped from Juzo's workshop, coldly walking down her father. And Ogi immediately goes on the offensive, squatting down and activating the secret art, Fallen Blossom Emotion, shrouding himself in cursed energy.
Do you know why my older brother Naobito was named previous head of the clan over me?
I'm guessing because you're an asshole with a terrible hairline who'd murder his own children. No time was wasted. I'm already in my stance. Low, heavy, sweet. Nah, blocked by James. Matter of fact, Dragon Bone. Give me the cursed energy Unk just used in his attack. The lights go out again, and it's Maki's turn to go on the offensive, hitting the Uno reverse, using one of the engines in Dragon Bone to put a little extra power behind her punishing Skyfall slash, shattering Ogi's sword, so bro's only left with the nub. Then Maki hits a full 360, turning into a human guillotine, trying to knock this man's head off his shoulders. But nah, Unk's a seasoned vet, block, and immediately counters one pump in Maki. And I'm just sitting there like, hold on, how did that little nub do that much damage? It wasn't even in the vicinity, nowhere close to Maki. Then we come to find out that bro stole Arthur from Fire Force's whole flow and has a cursed energy Excalibur sword of his own. So with both Maki and Mai down for the count, Ogi gets to dragging both of their lifeless and bloody bodies deeper into the vault. And as he's doing this, Ogi's complaining again and again why he wasn't selected as the previous head of the clan over Naobito, saying that Naobito's curse technique wasn't even all that special and that he never lagged behind his older brother in any aspect but one, the quality of his children, and places all the blame solely on Maki and Mai for being so ass that the previous top brass of the Zenin clan said,
"Hey LeBron, Ben Simmons is here. We're good, bro."
And Ogi, how How do I even tell you this, bro? If you really think the only reason you ain't inherit the clan over Naobito is because of your children, you might be more delusional than an African child who thinks Mr. Beast is gonna help him when the cameras are off. So Oki continues, violently tossing his daughters into the Diddy dungeon, where he says goodbye and good riddance. Cause in that dungeon, there's a ton of EDP and Jeffrey Epstein level predators just waiting, lurking in the shadows ready to slime them out by devouring them whole. But Mai, knowing they're in a jam like some Smuckers, said nah, both of us ain't dying today. As she crawls over to the injured Maki, knowing what she's gotta do. Mai's curse technique construction allows her to create objects from nothing using her cursed energy. And this process is super taxing on her body, which is why up until now, she's only been limited to creating 1 bullet per day. But knowing the situation they're in, and Mai knowing that she's in a severely injured state, she decides to make Maki one final weapon, knowing she'll die in the process. Next thing you know, Maki wakes up on the beach with the sound of subtle waves crashing and Mai sitting right beside her. She goes on to say that this weapon she creates will be her final parting gift to Maki, and good luck on her own after this. And this is when we come to find out why twins are considered to be so bad in this world. It's because Jujutsu doesn't see them as 2 separate people. They're seen as one individual and have to operate as such. One can't progress or get any stronger without the other because they share the same cursed energy. And this was the main issue because Maki was the grinder, the one who wanted to get stronger and always reach the next level. But Mai was the opposite. Shorty never wanted any of that. She just wanted to chill and live a nice, peaceful life. And because of this, Mai was always inadvertently holding back Maki just by being alive. So basically, just think of Maki as Rock Lee and Mai as the ankle weights. Like, yeah, Rock Lee could still bang out and scrap relatively well with the weights on, but as soon as them weights came off, bro turned into a demon and was able to tap into his true strength. So as a final goodbye, Mai gives Maki a flower, saying she's taking all the cursed energy with her so she can finally reach her full potential, and leaves with one final request: destroy everything. And Maki wakes up with the split soul katana in hand, grieving the death of her younger sister while laying in a pool of their shared blood. And we immediately pan out to see that the cursed spirits in the dungeon have Maki surrounded.
The cursed spirits were exorcised? What? My body remembers. I've worked so hard to forget that fear. Technique release. Blazing courage. Fine, I'm not scared of you anymore, Toji. This time, I'll burn you down to the marrow of your bones with my own hand.
Shut that weak shit up, old man. Rest in piss. No. Hey, hold on. Run that back, Turbo. Cause man, what? Maki woke up and was immediately on timing, off-screened all these low-level curses, and her aura was so strong that it legit had Unk shaking in his shoes. Knees turned to jelly off her sheer presence. Cause man's is getting Tochi PTSD from the old days. And bro ain't stand a chance. Maki just nonchalantly said,
I walk shit down, nigga!
And peeled his cap back. Took the top off the Maybach like Future, murking her piece of shit father in an instant. That's one body. And on me, Maki was nowhere near done. Cause Mai said destroy everything. So trust, that means everything. And I'ma just let y'all know now, a ridiculous amount of glaze is on the way. Cause that girl Maki legit started putting up 2018 Braun type of numbers. And legit turned into the new Gen Itachi. And hey, I don't care if y'all in the comments like,
Dick Rider! Dick Rider, Dick Rider, Dick Rider!
But anyways, word of Oki's death spread like wildfire across the Zenin compound. So they immediately dispatched the Kukuru unit to deal with them. And the Kukuru unit is just a fighting force composed of all the men in the Zenin clan that can't use curse techniques. And these boys are trained in martial arts to strengthen and support the clan's primary forces. And I'ma just keep it a buck with y'all. The Kukuru unit is basically just the equivalent of a golden corral, cause these boys are nothing but an all-you-can-eat buffet of no-name NPCs just waiting to be devoured. Literal free eats, gang. Like bro, if you're in an anime and they give you no distinguishing features, like different hair color or at least your own individual fit, you might as well just pack your bags and go, cause it's only a matter of time before you see the pearly gates. And Maki is treating the Kukuru unit as such, straight fodder. Just nonchalantly walking into the top level of this grand room, wielding twin blades like Sungjin Woo, until she reaches the center and is completely surrounded by the Goofy Gooper gang. And the stylistic choice that had this whole upcoming fight sequence be a callback to the classic Kill Bill movie was fire.
Maki, just promise me one thing. Destroy everything.
All of it, you hear?
So bro right here kicks off the fight by screaming like a toddler, signaling the Kukuru unit to speed blitz Maki. But nah, dummy. Maki let off 3 quick slashes, then took these boys to the laundromat, putting herself in a spin cycle to catch a quick 4-piece chicken McNugget. Who's next? Oh, and let me flex the new piece for style points. And just like Steph Curry, I just hit another 3. Add him to the kill count, and then effortlessly slices through this man's sword, taking out his eyeballs and a chunk of his face in one foul swoop. Gang on the left tries getting the drop on Maki, but nah. Welcome to the Hansel Emmanuel fan club. Then Shorty hits a somersault like Suni Lee, catching 2 more bodies in the process, and taking both the dog's arms with her. Shish kebabs one of them and tells bro, how that pole taste, gang? And yo, we might as well call Maki Gal Gadot, cause she do not know how to act right now. But quick time out, let me get a flick for IT real quick. And yo, I don't know who Captain Baldy right here thought he was, but I guess bro was just trying to make the most of the little screen time he had, doing all this twisting and twirling for the fashion just to get one tapped. But I will say though, off the tomfoolery and antics alone, Kukuru unit member number 74 was the most memorable out of everybody, so I will give him that. But anyways, after knocking him down like a domino, Maki hits a mean no-look for the easy 2 and continues this massacre. Cause words of Franklin say, everywhere you look, it ain't nothing but bodies. Got to doing these boys so bold that she knocked all the color out the room, and we ain't seeing nothing but all red like a Playboy Cardi song. In one slash, she takes out like 10 dudes and gave the rest uppies. Gotta move him backwards like a manga page, then cocks her leg back for the meanest roundhouse kick to the chest. Sternum eviscerated. Maki kicked bro so hard that his brain and internal organs exploded. Bro, at this point, just call Maki Shakespeare the way she out there making plays. Nothing but straight carnage, chaos, murder, and madness is going on right now. And it's all effortless too. Buddy right here saw his opportunity to get a free lick in when Maki wasn't looking, but side-eye of doom. Bitch, did you just... and just cracks this man down the middle like a Kit Kat. Oh my God, we're having a virgin. I don't even know why these boys are still trying. Cause peep this, right? A man throws 2 Naruto shurikens at Maki. She catches that motherfucker, twirls it on her finger for the funsies and says,
you dropped this.
Like bro, even her weapons are acting out of body. Cause Maki yeets Dragon Bone directly through bro's skull, activates the 2 motherfucking Hellcat jet engines on it, and just says, I'm the type to hop on the flight with a warrant, you gotta catch me. I'm the type to hop on the flight with a warrant, you gotta catch me. I'm the type to hop on the flight with a warrant, you gotta catch me. Basically put her sword in autopilot and is getting kills for the free ski just like she caught in the Call of Duty score streak. And Maki ain't forget about the NPCs on the top level either, so she shows off her LeBron James vert, hopping up to the top to greet bro who's just like, no, wait. And this just might be the only member of the Kukuru unit who has common sense. Cause trust, I would rather drag my balls through a desert of scorching hot broken glass with 2 600-pound gorillas on my back than fight Maki, bro. And this is a losing battle, twin. On me, the Kukuru unit cannot be paying you that well to be going through all this game. Cause we cut over just to see that Maki has turned to each and every one of these boys on the top row into a Jackson Pollock painting.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, Maki took the phrase sliding on her ops literally, gliding across the room like a Gillette razor, cutting down everything in her path. And Unk right here must think he's Shohei Ohtani, swinging for the fences trying to take Maki's head off. But my goat limbos under the blade into a whole ISO speed backflip and knocks this man's ankles loose, literally. And y'all boys, this gotta be the funniest sequence in the entire fight. Cause tell me why this girl Maki gets to skating on her ops blood like she's Chris Brown and says,
I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss, I saw you from across the room.
Bro got his shit punched on. Had this man shook. Maki just pulled up like, boom nigga, it's me, a job application.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why?
And my fault, I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. I know I used the J word, and that's a sensitive PTSD-inducing word for a lot of y'all, so my bad. But anyways, after straight up disrespecting dude like a lioness, Maki's right back at it, hunting down her prey, and these boys are terrified. But it do not matter. Their fates are sealed, and Maki's mowing down each and every one of them with crazy efficiency. Added them all to the list like a deluxe until she's the last one standing. So Nobuaki Zenin, the leader of the Kukuru unit, finally pops in the room to see how everything's coming along, and is in shock, seeing nothing but countless reboot cards spread all across the room. And then out of nowhere, we see Gramps with a hairstyle he's about 90 years too old for, force Maki into a whole stage transition, conjuring these giant hands with cursed energy, trying to squash Maki like a bug and drown her in gallons of blood. But this don't faze my goat in the slightest. She's just casually chilling like she's in a hot spring. And this is when we get introduced to the... Nah, not that Hei. This Hei that we're introduced to is a group of the strongest sorcerers in the Zenin clan, composed of those whose abilities are recognized as semi-grade 1 or higher, so these boys are the toughest of the tough. But I'ma tell y'all right now, Maki don't care about none of that. Sent this rock flying past bro's dome and immediately speed blitzes him. Was on his ass like white on rice.
Strongest in the Zenin clan?
Who decided that?
For some reason, Unk is still underestimating Maki. Aura farms the counter, making her back up, then tries going on the offensive. But just like Anthony dated Davis, Maki did not come to play. Hit Nobuaki with the lightning fast 3-piece combo, shattering the mouse Cthulhu, and said, "Give me that shit." Snatched Nobuaki's esophagus from his neck. And do y'all want to know where Nobuaki's shattered sword piece went? Some way, somehow, Maki caught that shit back like Mjolnir and hand tapped it. That's one down, and now it's Gramps' turn to hop in the mix. But let's be real. OG is one McDonald's Sprite away from having a brain aneurysm. They should have had zero faith in bro. He dark saying that Maki, but gets weaved because he took a bad angle like a budget photographer. Again! I'm crying. Bro ain't even last 5 seconds. This nigga is trash. And then out of nowhere, Ranta checks in, activating his paralyzing gaze anti-gravity technique, destroying a portion of the pillar in an attempt to hold Maki in place.
Junichi! Keep holding her there, Ranta!
And this man, Ranta Zenin, is literally giving it his all, doing everything in his power he can to contain Maki so Junichi can deal with her. But Maki literally just hits a... laughing in this man's face. And nah, bro, hold on 1 second. Cause what on God's green earth is Junichi doing right now?
I wish I could save you.
Bro is aura farming the life or death situation, trying to get clips for a TikTok thirst trap edit. Like my brother, y'all boys are down 0-3 right now when you taking a casual stroll in the park while Ronta's out there fighting for his life. Nah, this is hilarious. Ronta was just like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Nigga, you cannot be serious right now. Are you aura farming? You must have realized it by now. This monster's become the same as Toji. The current Zenin clan only exists because Toji was nice enough not to slime us out and graciously allowed us to live. But Maki is unhinged, a demon. She won't give us that same luxury. Junichi, please. I'm begging you, big bro. Kill her. So Junichi finally decides to drop the nonchalant act and uses the My Hero Academia technique, stealing Deku's whole flow, raining down a countless number of thunderous punches from the heavens, nuking the entire area. And the smoke finally clears and Ranta is relieved, saying, "Good job. I knew you could do it, big bro Junichi. You saved our clan. Now I can die happy." Bro really died believing a lie. Hey, if this was anybody else, I'd feel bad. But since it was just one of the Zenin clan bozos... But anyways, we see that in that scuffle, Maki decapitated Junichi and is now carrying his severed head like it was a grocery bag and just disrespectfully tosses his shit in the lake. And finally, the biggest misogynist in history and leader of the Hei, Naoya, finally reveals himself, ready to run the ISO. How cruel of you, Maki. Have you no heart?
Nah, she took it with her.
So after the show throws Toji a quick aura lob via flashback, we cut over to Maki and Naoya to see they wasted no time and started getting active, showing they both popped Iron Fist ult like throwing countless rapid punches, and the whole time Maki's just counting and counting. Naoya does catch her slipping though, grabbing Maki's wrist into an instant freeze frame, whopping her right in the gut, sending Shorty flying, telling Maki that her chain fake. You was not Toji. And just like in the Choso fight, Naoya gets to spamming his technique and these pillow princess punches, literally doing 0 damage. And Maki's hanging upside down like a punching bag, looking like
light work, no reaction.
Yeah, nah. Naoya is ass. Really got his technique for the fashion, all while having the audacity to say that Toji and Gojo are on a different level, a level Maki could never reach. And the one who will reach their level is him. Naoya, maybe. And that's a big maybe. You might be able to come